Everybody has a podcast.
Hey now, what do you do? Hope every one of you guys had a great weekend. 9:33. Everybody has a podcast. Grant Mills, Jay Wiggy, Whis, Criggy. In the place to be on your Monday night. 9:30 in the dirty. Oh my God.
Jay Wiggy, take out the trash!
9:30 in the dirty. Back again on a Monday. Weekend's over, but we got you covered for Monday night shenanigans. And you know what? If you're listening, your Monday is probably over too. So we're kicking off the week right. I feel like it's going to be a great one. As always, I'm always a glass half full kind of guy. Grant Mills. Speaking of glasses, did you have anything to drink this weekend? Did you go out? Did you do anything exciting?
And I told you I quit drinking.
Ah, you quit drinking, huh?
No, just playing.
I knew it.
I actually did go to Parkside this weekend. Gave it another try.
No?
Yeah, I took a chick out there, and it was nice actually. There was some people in there this time, and not too bad. It's looks like there's a few people in there, and there's something going on at the park, Avondale Park. I don't even know what it was.
All right.
Got a bunch of tents out there. I don't know.
And a bunch of homeless encampment.
No, it looked like it was something going on, but I know Doodah Day is coming up.
Oh yeah,
They do that at Cahaba now. You ever go to that?
I've never been to that. I've never. They used to have the commercials for that. It's gonna be Doodah Day right around the corner, and bring your animals, all that shit. And I think Ed's Pet World probably had a sponsorship there, which would have been smart if you're a Birmingham local. Uh, but no, that's good to hear about Parkside. The spot, is it getting a little bit of its charm back? Is it similar or kind of
It's never gonna be like it used to be, but
agreed?
it's a little bit better. It's pleasant. You
Getting
know.
there. It's a good summer spot. I could see a good hangout night in summertime outside. Maybe it'll pick up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I like to take dates there anyway because it's like I thought there'd be nobody in there, so you can kind of just it didn't matter either way to me. So like it's pretty low key, you know. So
I knew nobody would be in there.
it's a good thing to do, man. Because like it's like a popping like it's like real loud and shit, and you can't hear the other person. I don't like all that, and too much distractions.
No, fair enough. I think that's a good assessment. Yeah, I agree with you. I have not been, so maybe I should reserve judgment for now, but just what I've seen, what I've heard, I don't think it can ever be what it was in its height of hanging out, going out. Place was pretty sweet. Had a nice vibe to it. You never knew what you were going to get down there. Hate to do the Forrest Gump quote, but it really was true. It was a nice, and some nights you'd go down there and be like straight up dive bar kind of feel. Then there was those nights, man, they had the TV outside. We were watching football and getting wings at the little spot out there, and it kind of had a little sports bar feel to
They
it.
had a TV back there at that time.
Yeah, they rolled it out. It wasn't like it was built anywhere. They had I think for some college games they would roll the TV out on like a.
Oh yeah. No.
Remember
'Cause, like,
that?
now they got a big one on the stage.
Oh, sweet, that's a smart idea.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I remember what you're talking about because they would roll out towards like where Hotbox was.
Yeah, kind of the corner between Hotbox and that wall over there, or that little area. Yeah, man, that was a sweet spot. We need to get that spot happening again.
I miss Hotbox. Let's buy it and turn it back into the old Parkside.
Man, I can't cook worth this shit. Oh God,
We lost ass.
this
No,
is
I
bull-
mean like we can hire people to do it. We wouldn't do nothing. I'd just be coming up in there, be trying to take whiffs.
Yeah, take whiz of that peanut chicken they used to have, them
Hey,
chicken
whiffs of
wings.
dirty vag. Oh wait.
Oh Lord,
Well,
Did we're going straight into the pickums, guys. Do they still have the little bar outside?
it's there, but I didn't even go back there to look and see if anybody. It wasn't as that crowded as for anybody to be back there. It's still there, but yeah, no, they still have it. It's just looks different. I painted it like sky blue on the inside. I think it's not as. I think it was red back in the day.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I wouldn't mind having a little bar like that somewhere. It'd be cool for the field hangout or something.
Oh yeah.
Cool to put a little block building down there and have a mini little bar hangout room like that one. So, well, cool. That sounds like a good weekend.
What did you get into, my friend?
Man, this weekend seemed like one I actually had an opportunity to relax a bit Saturday. So didn't do much. Actually ran some errands, went to the gym, slept in a bit. I usually try to work on a project, but I told myself I'm not doing shit this weekend. Didn't want to do shit. Wanted to relax and chill. Even got a chance to fish a bit at my parents' pond. So nothing crazy, but went down there. And then yesterday, we had a wedding to go to.
Was that fun?
It was a small wedding for family. One of my better halves.
Is it Wiggy?
Oh man, it was his 15th. Nah, it was like kind of man. To explain the relationship would be too complicated. Just say extended family, small wedding, cool stuff. Nothing big. Hung out a bit down in Jemison, Alabama.
Jemison, Alabama.
You ever been out there?
Yep.
It's out there.
Hey, boy. I saw there like Clanton and all that.
Yeah, kind of is down that way. So, man, every time I go South 65, it gives me that ready to go to the beach vibe. Always ready to head down to the coast, ready to get a place down there.
Holla at a dollar for a dollar.
And last good thing, we got 3 full weeks till our annual trip with the homies.
Oh yeah, have you talked to Big Moose Stard?
No, man, we are going to keep this mystery rolling and to see what developments come into play on this. So I have not. Last time I saw him was 2 weeks ago at my house. He hung out. He said he was going to join us on our journey to the West to hang out with the best. And
Man, what if he buys his ticket like when he gets there? That'll be $1,500, sir.
it's not going to be cheap, man. What if he buys it after we get back? He's like, yeah, I got it. I can already come back.
My shit was like $600 or $700.
Whew, man, yeah, mine was about 5.5.
Y'all, you and LD went in like way earlier than I did, though. Y'all like the first ones. That was like a month or two before I got mine.
Man, you got to these days, man. These flights are bogus now. Man, seriously, back in the day. Now I know inflation happened, and I shouldn't talk about comparing prices too much 15 years ago and shit like that. But it seems like it's just doubled a lot quicker than it used to. Maybe it has Bidenomics and all that shit. But I mean, they used to have a direct flight, Birmingham, Phoenix, 288 round trip. That's after taxes.
Whoa.
Yeah, back in the day. I mean, and again, like
Was that
I say,
Southwest?
that was, yeah. But they don't have that direct route anymore. That's what screwed it up too.
That sucks.
Yeah. So they don't have a lot of direct route. I mean, they have some, but not really
Does
many
we
places
have a
you want to go.
layover in like Texas or something?
Yeah, I think it's Houston.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad airport. We'll get some early breakfast and shit. We're gonna have a good time.
We gonna have a good time.
What a do?
Oh. What up, Whis? What y'all
What up,
do
Whis?
this weekend? How was your weekend, Whis?
It was pretty good. Me and Baby got matching Korean tribal tattoos, y'all.
What?
Korean tribal tattoos.
Yeah, it was Baby's idea. I think they look pretty good, y'all.
That sounds like the dumbest shit I've ever heard about.
Oh,
Korean tribal tattoos. I'll have to do a Google search on that later.
I'm just gonna say your boy looks pretty pimpin', yeah.
All right, I'll take your word for that. I will tell you something. I did have sex with a girl this weekend.
Before or after the Parkside trip?
Before.
Oh, we need to know about this then.
Oh yeah. So she was so ugly, she went outside and got charged with indecent exposure.
Oh,
Yes. Thank you very much. All right. So, did you watch Attack of the Clones, Wiggy?
You know what?
Your Star Wars shit.
Yes, yeah. I actually did 2 of them. I did.
Oh, you're a nerd.
I'm getting there. I did Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and today I actually started and finished during work. Busy today, but not crazy, so I was able to watch it. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So I'll give a brief breakdown on both, because I don't think Attack of the Clones needs much attention. This one was worse than that Phantom Menace shit. Yeah, the second in the prequel trilogy, released 2002. Man, I just was not a fan of this one. You know, I've read it has criticism for the dialogue and pacing, gets praise for visual effects and all that. Man, it was worse than the Phantom Menace. The Phantom Menace at least laid some groundwork on what to expect. Was not a fan. Could hardly focus on it. It really had a lot of the love story between I guess who is that? This Anakin Skywalker who becomes Darth Vader, right? And then Padme, whatever her name is, Natalie Portman on the movie. So yeah, it just wasn't really that compelling. That was not that good. So I had to rewind it a couple times, try to get into it. And when I looked at the review, this one actually ranked a little better on the worst list than Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace was down at 11 out of 12. Attack of the Clones is 9 out of 12. To me, I would actually reverse that. I thought Phantom Menace was a little bit better than this shit. So I did. So that being said, Star Wars Episode 3. I'm committed to this. Revenge of the Sith. This one was actually pretty damn good. I'm not going to say I was in love with it, but I'm going to say it was interesting. It follows Anakin Skywalker, young man who later becomes Darth Vader. And man, he cuts off Samuel L. Jackson's arm at some point with a fucking lightsaber. That was unexpected. Pretty cool. And, good visual effects. These are all from the early 2000s. This was released in 2005, Revenge of the Sith. So, really stunning visually. This one actually had a bit of a story. If you really want to watch this in the episodic order and start with Phantom Menace, go to Attack of the Clones, then Revenge of the Sith, then you go back to the old school the old school threesome, right? It's kind of hard just because the first one's so bad and the second one sucks, but the third one really brings it up to speed, so I can actually get into it a bit. I think I'm going to continue this journey, see where it takes me, but yeah, so far, so good. We've got 3 down. Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace, Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and the third, Revenge of the Sith, and they go from shittier to pretty good.
So what's the next one you got to watch?
What is the next one? Next one is Episode 4. So that will be Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977. Was that the actual first one that busted out? I think it was.
I think so.
I believe so. Yeah, 1977. Because then it goes Episode 4, and then it goes to Episode 5, which is the number 1 rated. Everybody talks about The Empire Strikes Back. And then after that, it goes to 6, of course, but what is that? That's Return of the Jedi. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll try to get into Episode 4, the original, and we talked about it. Mr. Enigma popped on the cast last week. He agreed with me, and most of these review sites do as well. I think these later ones, the ones I just watched, the early 2000s, the visual effects, man, are really, really well done. I think they emphasize so much time, resources, money, effort, attention to detail on having stunning graphics that the acting and the actual script just fell by the wayside. And I'm not one to criticize that as much, but it's just so obviously bad. Even Samuel L. Jackson is really flat at times, and he's such a good fucking actor. Hard to believe. But I think that's what makes me a little bit excited for the 1970s and 80s ones, because we mentioned it last week. They did like the miniatures. They actually created a world. They zoomed in. They put so much more time. There's no computers really to rely on. You actually have to create that world out of mini models and tiny scale pieces. And, it's kind of where it all kicked off. So next week, it will be Episode 4, A New Hope.
Episode 4.
Have you gotten into any of these at all? Or don't give a shit, or not really?
I've seen Return of the Jedi and The Empire Strikes Back like 60 million times, but
When the fuck did the Ewoks come out of nowhere?
isn't that Return of the Jedi, I think?
Okay.
I can't remember, man. It's been so long, but yeah. And I didn't go for any of this prequel shit. I don't know, man. I'm not a crazy nerdo like some people.
Yeah, see, if I was even more into it, I wonder what's a better way to watch it, because chronologically I'm doing it that way in the story way, but some people say watch them when the order they were released, and then you understand the prequels a little better. So now I'm kind of feeling like I probably should have watched them in the order they were released. That's the way most people, especially those who were alive when they debuted and came out, watched them. So it gives you a backstory after you know who the characters are. After you see the developed characters, now you can kind of be like, man, I wonder where the fuck they came from. Let me get a prequel, and then you get the prequel, as opposed to kind of growing up with them and seeing how they develop and shit. I guess that's a personal preference. I'm still not convinced on being a Star Wars fan yet. I will say, though, Revenge of the Sith was pretty good.
Revenge of the Sith.
Blah, 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 blah. So, yep, on to episode 4, we will see. Revenge of the Sith saves this series because if it was as bad as the first 2, I don't know if I could have continued.
So, yeah. Revenge of the Sith.
I gave a ranking, right, last week. I think I gave, if I remember correctly, Phantom Menace 2.5 out of 5. I'm usually pretty good at remembering. If that's the case, I still will stick with that on Phantom Menace. On episode 2, Attack of the Clones, man, that's a 1.5 out of 5. Just terrible. And Revenge of the Sith, man, for somebody that's not a Star Wars fan, I'll even go 3.5 out of 5 on that one.
Alrighty then. There you go, folks. Your Star Wars review, courtesy of Jay Wiggy.
Yes!
Brody, get in the cello. I did watch some Darkside of the Ring.
Yeah, who'd they have?
We had Baller Buster last time, so I didn't really talk about it, but so the last 2 episodes, Sensational Sherri.
Yeah, should have watched that.
She's from Birmingham.
What, really?
Yeah. She was from Birmingham, Alabama. Interesting story. Cornet was on that one. And I just love him. This is tragic. They're all like this, that's why they're so good, I guess. But especially with the women wrestlers, they always have it like way worse. It was a good one, though. I'd go back and watch it again. I think she wrestled with the Fabulous Moolah for a little bit and then got kicked out of there and kind of did her own thing.
I heard Moolah
really
was a bitch in real life.
Yeah, I saw. They did one on her too.
Yeah, I heard like
I forgot what season it was.
I remember that. I need to see that one because that surprised me. When she made that, comeback in the late '90s Attitude Era, I was like, holy shit, this old woman is a fucking G. She's doing all this crazy shit. And then people said she was just really a big cunt.
That seems to be the consensus. But so yeah, and then she got hooked on drugs and got fired and ended up dying in McCalla, Alabama, at her mother's place, I think.
Damn.
So sad story, but still, she was a legend. I think she got inducted to the Hall of Fame. I forgot what year that was. She did get inducted. So there you go. I mean, and then then the other one was Sandman. You remember him?
Yeah.
ECW. Brief stint in WWF, I think. And a couple of them, I think. And
yeah, he had one in WCW. Was he Havoc?
Hack
or some shit?
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. Mm-hmm. And so that was interesting. He's kind of a hardcore dude. Had his own thing. It's kind of almost like Steve Austin-ish, but except Steve Austin didn't smoke cigarettes. Like this dude would actually slam 6 beers. His entrance, he's going around the whole ring and shit, and bashing is he's trying to bleed before he even comes onto the ring. So nobody did that, and yeah, he's kind of crazy. So that was a crazy story. Definitely worth a watch. I always love these damn things. I don't know if that's the season yet, or is there going to be another one tomorrow? So I guess we'll see. So definitely check out some Darkside of the Ring.
It's crazy that they have a whole series devoted to how sad most of these entertainers' lives are. Because it's you got to think about it though. Put yourself in those shoes. People look at the glory, the glamour, and all the money and shit that the big boys make, but God, man, what did they put themselves through though? That type of travel schedule. I think I remember reading Triple H one time saying that he was on the road 300 days a year. That's every month besides maybe 1 month, 5 weeks almost or some shit.
Oh yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, that is absolutely ridiculous. And then I've been in a wrestling ring before. I told you. That used to be something I just absolutely wanted to do. I thought that'd be the coolest career in some way. a light switch just went off and told me not to do it, or I just lost interest in it. The weirdest thing, because that was probably the only thing I had a genuine passion for at one time when I was a teenager, and thought I could do that growing up. I think I could have done it, but man, I'm glad I didn't go that route. It seems like it probably wouldn't have been for the best, looking at the odds on how most people turn out. That being said, there was a local promotion. We got to get in the ring one time and kind of run around. I think it was at the junior high. And man, again, this is a local promotion. I can't even remember what their name was. Probably Fly By Night. But man, that ring was, it's not as forgiving as you would think, where it has a little bit of give to it. We were kind of jumping around on it. Imagine being slammed and shit on that, night after night for 11 months straight almost. I mean, dude, that's pretty fucking brutal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, be having to get on pain meds like they're all on fucking pain meds.
That's where it starts.
Yeah. So, crazy shit. But, necessary evils of the game, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, if you're in the game.
Speaking of in the game, if any of you fuckheads are into NBA, Timberwolves 52, Nuggets 30. This is not good because I want my Nugs to win. I'm not even in the NBA, but I do like Joker. He's a badass. And I don't know. The Timberwolves, wow. Well, let's hope the Nugs can do something. It looks like this is fucking ridiculous. That's a damn 24-point lead. Whoa.
The Nugs.
What the fuck is going on there? All right, well, you shall see about a fair.
What they do?
Need to try to make it out to a fucking Stallions game. I think the next one, AJ McCurran's going to be there.
This Saturday is going to be busy as fuck. I got my oldest this weekend. I was thinking about taking her out to that and checking it out. But they're here next weekend too, right? The 18th.
I don't know.
We'll check later when we do pick'ems and check all our football shit.
I know. I think aren't they doing some kind of Major League Baseball at Rickwood Field?
Yeah, they are. That wouldn't be bad to go to. Shit, we ought to catch a Diamondbacks game out in the desert.
Oh yeah, that might be cool.
Yeah, that could be actually pretty damn cool. Let me see if they're playing. But yeah, they do have some type of MLB game at Rickwood Field. You ever been to that stadium, Rickwood?
No, not that I don't think so. Not that I remember anyway.
I've actually been twice. One was for I think it was a baseball camp when I was younger, something like that. Actually, okay. And then it's not even funny. One time I was filming some local piece of shit movie there. I got picked to be one of the baseball players. They were doing some movie on some guy that came back from World War II. I don't know why I'm even laughing. He lost his arm and then he still got to pitch. Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how. Man, I can't remember. I just remember they didn't have a lot of extras, so we had to kind of double up on some scenes and things like that. I don't even know if it ever made it to TV. I think it was for FS1 or something, and this is years ago, and that wasn't even really a big thing to watch. I don't even know if it ever made it on air. That's who they filmed it for. It probably didn't pass the sniff test, as we were changing uniforms and filming different plays. Are probably that's the same fucking guy that was on the other team playing for this team now. I just remembered something funny, man. They had this guy, and I guess he sent in his information, but I guess he bullshitted his picture and stuff. And he came and he was chubby as could be and short. I mean, we're filming a major league thing, man. He was probably 5'2" and round as could be, probably 300. Yeah, and in front of everybody, man, that casting director was like, "Hey, you're not gonna work. You gotta leave." Yeah, it was harsh. But yeah, that being said, as shitty as the movie was, we did get to see the stadium. They gave us a tour of the stadium, all that shit. Pretty cool stuff there. Yeah, man, when we were out in the desert, we do not. The Diamondbacks are at the Mets all weekend. Boo. Yeah, they're back Monday, but we're leaving Monday, so they're at the Giants. So yeah, we'll miss that. Boo. You been to a major league game?
I don't think so, unless it was a Braves game, which I don't think I have.
Yeah, I've
No.
been to a Yankees game, uh, Yankee Stadium, twice actually. So that was cool. And then I want to say I've been to a Braves game, but man, maybe not. It seems like everybody has, but I can't remember.
Ah, Mr. P.
What to do?
All right, let's go ahead and get a now. All right, hey now, the news. What's going on out there? A supercomputer simulation just predicted when all humans would go extinct. This one by Joshua Hawkins. So one day the world will end. When that happens, the sun will essentially explode outward, destroying many of the planets around it as it dies and reaches another cycle of its life. But before that happens, scientists say we can likely expect humanity's end to arrive. This is some saying some shit about climate change. I don't know. I don't really believe in that so much, but climate change is, of course, an ongoing concern some scientists are trying to solve, and they've come up with some really stupid ideas. Maybe some seem cool and impressive, like sending bubbles into space to help block solar radiation. However, no solution has actually been put into play just yet. As a result, climate change continues to progress onward, threatening the melting of ice caps, which would send hundreds of thousands of miles of shoreline under the ocean. And according to a new simulation, humanity's end could come in as little as 250 million years. Man, I don't. This is y'all some propaganda. But maybe it will, maybe it won't. They don't fucking know. Anyway, the simulation was completed by a supercomputer using various pieces of data relating to Earth's ongoing climate and ocean chemistry, as well as the state of tectonic plates and biology. That simulation found that within 250 million years, the Earth's atmosphere will be so full of CO2 that, coupled with the heat of the sun, will make the Earth no longer able to sustain many forms of life, including humanity. This means humanity's end will likely come because of the climate, which is impossible to grow food. When the planet becomes devoid of water and food sources for mammals, pushing us all to extinction. It is a terrifying thought, and one that scientists will no doubt continue to try to find ways to fight. I don't know, man. They don't know. Simulation. What kind of booty-ass computer fucking did this? Whatever, fool.
Yeah, there's no predicting that. And also, man, don't you think there's going to be some... I don't think humanity can really go extinct that easy. Humans are scrappy characters once you get down to it. I think you would have some holdouts somewhere. Start a colony.
Think about how big the fucking universe is. They've like identified like what 7 or 8 other Earth-like planets. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Who's to say there's not a planet out there that's just like ours, got humans or some kind of shit on it, like doing life? Like we don't know. It could be like a whole different Earth or whatever. With life forms. It seems like if you just even think about it, it's almost like overwhelming. Like, oh my god. And the universe is so fucking big. So
yeah, ask him Wiggy about that. You'll get some intense conversation, and then he'll lock himself in a closet and drink 20 beers for.
Oh man,
that's But I mean, I agree though. There's definitely something out there. What it is, I don't know. Nobody does. I wish, man. What's that quote? We were born too late to explore the world, too early to explore the universe. Kind of a weird shift right here, because I think in 100, 200 years, they'll have much better technology to actually probably tool around the universe a little bit. At least, some planets. They'll discover something much cooler than they have. I mean, look at the past 120 years. I mean, what? The 1903, 1904, the Wright brothers did that little bitty plane. Now we're flying them around the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Holler at the Wright brothers, goddamn.
Holler at the Wright brothers. I'm just thinking about all the planets and stuff. We would, when we're over with, that's just a fucking another whatever that burned out and is done. And you know how many this planet's already been through that. I don't know how many times. So it's just
Yeah.
it's gonna go again, and then, it'll be whatever. So
Yeah, it'll definitely have another round of humans or somebody come up. Something will happen. It'll go through it. Maybe another Earth will populate somewhere. Maybe our Earth crashes into another planet. All of it mixes together and it creates even weirder humanity or people or plants or whatever, or something we don't even understand yet.
yeah, could be a planet full of giants or something out there.
A
You
planet
know?
full of Wisses.
Whole different society that like does shit a whole different way, like you can't even think of. That like it's like a society, but different. I don't know.
I know what you're saying, though, man. I mean, our minds can only imagine so much, and people think that's weird, but you can only imagine really what you know or experienced, or put those experiences together and try to create something else. But there's people talk about that with colors one time. Man, I feel like I'm tripping now, but they say you only know the colors you've seen and shit. But there's like more. It's I don't know, the crayon thing. You got the 8-pack of colors, then you had the 16. Then you're like, how the fuck do you keep going? And they went all the way up to 256 and shit. I'm tripping, man. I feel like I ate an edible.
Hell yeah, I need me one.
Get you one.
I'm on. I got some, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't think we can even comprehend what the fuck's out there, man. Like it's so vast. And all those planets and everything, and just we can't even the whole fucking traveling out there and that dynamic and all those technologies we haven't even fucking grasped yet. But like you said, who knows how when we'll be traveling to planets or something, or they'll be traveling to us, or that kind of thing. So
It's cool to think about,
really,
though.
yeah, definitely cool to think about.
There was that cool quote, too. I cannot remember what dude said it, but he said, gosh, what was it? I need to look it up, but I don't think I'm going to have time to type in a bunch of words to see if I get the right one. But he said something that there's two possibilities. There's either life out there or we're the only ones in the universe, and both are equally terrifying options. I thought that was a good way to put it because, yeah, I mean, that is kind of creepy to think that in this massive universe, we're the only motherfuckers there. That would be weird. Or
Right.
there's something out there that could be completely capable of just tearing us apart, or I don't know, taking over our shit, just zapping us. And that's also scary too. So, weird times.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely some weird shit. Another story here. Monster in okay. Monster in North Carolina toddler's wall turns out to be 50,000 bees.
Oh, damn.
That's by Ben Hooper. So, a North Carolina woman said her 3-year-old daughter's insistence there was a monster lurking behind her bedroom wall led to the discovery of more than 50,000 bees. Ashley Class said she and her husband initially thought their daughter was just imagining the presence of a monster in the closet of her farmhouse bedroom. She was saying she heard monsters in their bedroom wall, but we've been watching Monsters Inc. Class told People. She was a little speech delayed, so she tried to explain that we thought she meant there were monsters in her closet. Class said it wasn't until after numerous incidents where her daughter heard the suppositories in that ass. Supposed specter, that she and her husband started spotting bees in the attic. Beekeeper Curtis Collins. Well, that sounds like an 80s adult contemporary. I guess it's the Collins. It's around Phil Collins. Was called to the home and gave Class a scare when he used a thermal imaging camera on the wall of her daughter's room. Quote, I kid you not, it lit up like a Christmas tree. Sorry. Quote, I kid you not, it lit up like Christmas in the wall right next to my daughter's closet, end quote. Class told NBC News When I first thought it was like a man in the wall, I was really startled. Collins ended up removing more than 50,000 bees from inside the walls of the home. He said the hive was twice the size of any other hive he has ever found hiding inside a house. It was like an apocalypse, is all I can think about, Class said. It's all these bees that just started flying out. She said the bees are leaving her with $20,000 in
Damn.
home repairs that she will have to cover because insurance ain't getting it.
Oh,
Yeah, you insurance bastards.
no.
Quote, that's good that we saved all those bees, she said, but I'm ready for them to be evicted, end quote. Man, 50,000 bees. There's a video of this on the YouTube. If you look it up, it's pretty freaky. Ugh, man. I remember seeing one of the damn snakes coming out the fucking ceiling. That's scary.
That shit creepy.
Yelk, like huge anacondas.
Y'all know about this.
Yeah, so man, that's a fucked up story. What would you do if your 3-year-old said she was seeing monsters in her wall and you came out there and it's some crazy shit like that?
Yeah, and then it's all a bunch of fucking bees in the house. I think I'd rather be a monster than $20,000 of damn bee damage. Asshole insurance ain't covering it.
That's fucked up. Why is that? Because they're well, I don't know. It didn't say what kind of bees it was. I think honeybees are protected by like the state down here, and so you can't even do anything to them. I guess depending on where they're at. I don't know. I know I've had to deal with that in pest control before, but
yeah, most insurance doesn't cover anything with animals causing damage. Birds, vermin, squirrels. A lot of times. Bees apparently. I haven't had a bee one. I've had bats and stuff before. Some policies do, some don't. Most don't. I don't know why specifically, but I know that, man, that's where I go. I'm not even going to get on the pedestal about it, but if insurance covered everything, it wouldn't be a business and insurance wouldn't exist.
right, yeah.
That's really the biggest thing. It's mostly, think about sudden accidental damage, hailstorms, tornado, fire, a vehicle hits your house. I see this shit all the time. But stuff that kind of happens over time, rot, water seeping into your house, bees taking up residence, usually that kind of shit's not covered. Sucks though. 20,000 damage though, man. Damn, I think I'd learn how to smoke them motherfuckers out, move them somewhere, and rebuild that shit myself.
Man, what if you get that toxic mold or you can't clean it? You gotta like fucking take it apart and put it in a fucking thingamadoob, all with a hazmat suit on, because if you breathe in that shit, you like die or whatever.
Good night.
I saw that shit on something about a fucking these people got that shit and they had like a huge mansion, couldn't they had to like fucking do all this demo work on it and shit. And they sued the insurance for like $6 million and they gave them $32 million.
Damn.
I forgot the full story on that, man. I'm leaving out so much shit. But like, man, I was just like looking at it, I was like, damn, man, how the hell do you get this shit in there? I guess it's like
so much shit
from moisture that you don't fucking like dry up like correctly or something, clean up correctly, I guess.
Yeah, that's I will say that I think most people need to. If you ever have moisture and mold, you got to call a remediation professional.
Yeah,
those dudes can make.
That's like Surf Pro or something, right? Is that?
Yeah, they'd be cleaning turds and stuff.
Yama,
mama.
Man, I would clean turds, but they had to pay me like a lot of money.
Whew, yeah, man. The worst thing about that, from the people that I know, I mean, the cleaning part, man. I mean, you can probably do okay, but you're on call a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're dispatched all the time. I mean, think about something happens, you get a.
Right, because that shit usually happens in the middle of the night or something.
Yeah, when you need some. Yeah, I've had it. I've seen it a ton of times, man. I mean, pipe burst in the middle of the night, or you have a big backup. And it starts, you got to call somebody. The sooner, you can't let it sit, it's going to make the house worse. So they call you. Imagine laying in the bed, man, 1 o'clock, your work phone rings and it's like, oh man, we got, 10 foot of turds over here. You got to come on.
Oh, dude, that would suck so bad.
Yeah, but you're making that overtime.
Yeah, you'd be making some good skriller, that's for sure.
Well, so just how much you want to invest into doing the cleanup.
Oh yeah.
Real trap shit.
Man, we got a world record. I know you love those.
Ah, love it, love it, love it.
We had a man spins a fire sword 73 times in 30 seconds, captures the 166 world record. This is my old Ben Hooper. This is also on YouTube. So you can look it up if you want. And an Idaho man on a quest to become the top Guinness World Record breaker in the world added a 166th concurrent title to his name by throwing and catching a fire sword 73 times in 30 seconds. David Rush, who has broken more than 250 Guinness World Records, currently holds 166 titles. Previously set the 1-minute version of the record for the most throws and catches of a fire sword at 136, but his initial attempt at the 30-second record was disqualified.
Oh.
Rush renewed his efforts to capture the title, and despite singeing the hair from the back of his hand, he managed to throw and catch the flaming sword 73 times in 30 seconds, breaking the previous record of 60. Rush's 166th world record title brings him a step closer to overtaking Silvio Saba, who currently holds 180 titles.
Man, they got a rivalry.
Yeah, old Silvio. So, all right then. Interesting.
I like these kind of low-key, off-brand sports rivalries that you don't know happens, like a good bowling rivalry or a spinning fire sword rivalry. I can respect that.
It's pretty obscure.
Yeah, you think they try to like drive by each other's practices and watch? I don't know why I'm getting tickled on stupid shit tonight, man. I don't know why.
That's funny.
Yeah, I can just imagine though, like one dude's in the garage and like somebody tries to, just creep by, he gets his homeboy so they don't recognize each other's car and shit. That's that bastard Silvio Saba. I know he's watching me.
Oh, damn it.
He ain't having that shit.
He's trying to peep out my technique over there.
Yeah, he's creeping. Oh man, that's funny.
Oh, got another one here. 666 lottery drawing leads to 5,662 top prize winners. Oh, Ben Hooper on this one. The North Carolina Education Lottery said there were 5,662 top prize winning tickets Monday when a pick 3 drawing resulted in the winning numbers 666.
Ooh.
That's kind of big.
The 3-digit combination was drawn in the Monday afternoon pick 3 drawing, leading to 2.1 million in prizes being owed. A 50-cent pick 3 carries a top prize of $250, while a $1 ticket earns a top prize of $500. Quote, combinations of 3 of the same numbers known as trips are some of the most popular sets of numbers played. End quote, lottery officials wrote in a news release. Quote, whatever 3 numbers you pick, the odds of matching exactly all 3 in pick 3 are the same as 1 in 1,000, end quote.
I would never pick 666, y'all.
I don't know. I never thought of that, but hell, somebody's winning some money. I wonder if anybody picked that. I guess they said they had winners, so I don't know if they,
I wonder if that was a random pick for a lot of people or if they had the computer do it. Seems like something the computer wouldn't spit out, but I guess the computer's random, so it's possible too, right?
Yeah. Quick picks do win.
Yeah, that's the way to go, right?
That's the way to go. That's what I do. I don't know. Some people have like weird number picking abilities that, man, they get lucky on some of that shit. Like they put their birthday or their dog's birthday in there and like fucking win a bunch of money and shit.
Yeah, man. What's the most you've won on a lottery or gambling game?
Not much, man. Probably like $100 maybe.
Yeah, I think the most ever won actually gambling. Well, at the track back in the day doing the horses, I think there was a couple times I hit like $200-300. Nothing big. I saw my granddad always hit big stuff, like we're talking thousands and things like that. But he played, hundreds to get thousands. Where I was playing dollars to maybe get 100. I know I've got two that I remember. I took $5 up there one time, and I ended up turning that into like 120 in like 2 or 3 races. That was pure luck, though. I think I put 5 on a Quinella. It paid like 40. Took that 40 and uh, did another one, something like that, and then it rolled. And I think I left at like 105. I think we went to the strip club back then. I really do. Not even playing on that one. And then yeah, they had the bingo games for a while, and it was like those slots, the ones you pull, and it has the screen. You match up a bunch of weird shit, and won 500 off like a $5 roll one time. So, but nothing big, nothing life changing. But the lottery, though, actual buying a lottery ticket, I can't think, man. Yeah, probably that. Maybe like a $50 scratcher or something like that.
I remember seeing that old school story of that guy. He was like on the news or something, and there's like he was demonstrating like how he bought the winning lottery ticket, and then he won 250 grand when he was reenacting it. It's crazy.
I saw that again. That was yeah, it popped up again on the social media the other day. I saw, man, that lucky bastard.
Yeah, Jesus, man.
Yeah, how do I get that lucky?
That would be nice.
Yeah, I'll just take one big win. Give me one meal.
Give me one meal, give me $1 that and holler all night. I'll do one more story here because I know you like that Tony Hawk.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was a fun game, man.
Yeah, great game, great guy.
Pro Skater X2 is the last one I played, but Activision reportedly ditched Tony Hawk 3 and 4 for more Call of Duty. Vicarious Visions also reported spending some time working on a 3D Donkey Kong game, of all things. This is by Levi Winslow. Once upon a time, developer Vicarious Visions was working on a follow-up to 2020's excellent remake collection of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. The project would have considered remakes of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. Unfortunately, according to a new investigation by YouTuber Liam Robinson of Did You Know Gaming, the project was reportedly rejected by Activision so that the team, which was rebranded to Blizzard Albany in 2021, could focus on Call of Duty. Robinson uploaded an hour-long video on May 4th to his Did You Know Gaming channel. This video dives deep into a long-lost Donkey Kong 3D platformer that Vicarious Visions was allegedly working on, but evolves into a layered expose of projects at the Activision-owned studio that were either canceled, rejected, or shelved. One of those projects was a full remake collection comprised of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, 2, 3, and 4, which would have brought all 4 games together in one stunning collection. As you know, only 2 of those games were remade and released as Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, which I did review on a previous podcast back in the day, which came out in 2020 due to commercial and critical success. Robertson's sources connected to the project, who spoke anonymously, said the scope was ultimately scaled down. So that kind of sucks. Wish they would have released that. Always liked like Tony Hawk. That's one of those games you can just sit there and play for hours, man. Like you can just be like, there.
Yeah, that's a good mindless game to play. Just zone out, enjoy it. Man, that was a cool as fuck game. But I guess if you're having to put out a game like Tony Hawk or Call of Duty, and you gotta direct your resources to one of those, Call of Duty makes more financial sense. But man, Tony Hawk that was a legendary game. Had everybody wanting to skateboard.
Hell yeah! Did you ever get into Call of Duty?
A little bit. I never got it. I tried playing online, but see, I was too late into getting into that. Man, I got online like one time and immediately got my ass kicked.
Yeah, those kids are brutal.
They are brutal. I like the campaign modes. Yeah, I cannot remember which one I had, but I played I think 1 or 2 of them, and played the campaign modes, and they were fun. I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite game in the world, but it was it had its time. But man, so many people get down on that online. It's one of those things too. I don't try to get into something like that or invest my time into it, because if I do, I want to go all the way with it, and then I also don't want to go all the way with being a gamer.
Yeah, that's a waste of time unless you're trying to make it into an industry, which I feel like if you were a professional streamer, that would just suck. I don't know.
Yeah,
sit
tough
there
gig.
and nerding it up.
Yeah, so I mean, You know, if people like that, I'm not going to criticize what people like to do. But for me, it's I like to get out and move a little bit more than that. I don't want to just sit there and play. And man, I couldn't imagine doing that kind of shit.
Oh, baby. It's about time for a break, folks. What are you drinking on this evening, Jay Wiggy?
Man, a nice tall glass of water.
Water! Oh, yeah.
I'm saving my liver for the homies trip.
I hear, my brother. I'm drinking on a Bama Mosa.
How's that? That sounds pretty good.
It's some kind of ale with orange juice. Back 40 Beer Company. Bama Mosa is a handmade Brut style ale with orange juice added. The perfect balance of juicy citrus flavor and exceptionally dry finish results in a refreshingly crisp beer that can be enjoyed in almost any setting. No champagne glass required. It's not bad. I think I'll grab another one of those.
I think I need something like that for next week. I need to get a recommendation from you. Maybe we can after the break. Something that's a little light, citrusy to enjoy at night.
Yeah, I think these are only 7%. That's not too bad. Those porters are like 10.
Yeah, having one before bed might doze me down a little bit.
There you go.
I take a couple of Xanax too, yeah.
Already did that.
Hey, what?
What a two.
All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and take a break right here. So we will be back here in a little bit, and we'll have some vintage gaming reviews on the other side, much more shit talking, and UFL picks, and maybe some more shit. Holler at your boys in a minute. again, everyone. So I know last week's review was NBA 2K24. I was going to do MLB Show 24. I might do that one later. But I didn't.
Psych.
I did Sword of the Vagrant.
Ooh.
Now, this is for the Nintendo Switch. Sword of the Vagrant, originally titled The Vagrant, is a hack and... You know what? I need to go and get the intro music going. All right, so Sword of the Vagrant is a hack and slash side-scrolling role-playing video game. It was developed by Beijing-based studio OTK Games, published by Sakura Game and Rainy Frog LLC. The game was released on June 9, 2017 for Windows, and later released on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Xbox Series XS on December 1st, 2022. The game follows a female sellsword named Vivian who travels to the island of Mithrila in search of her missing father. There, she is cursed and forced to serve an evil witch. The game is notable for its heavy graphical inspiration from Vanillaware titles such as Muramusa and Dragon's Crown. It has received mixed reviews from critics who praise its graphics, but call its gameplay simplistic, albeit worth the low price of the PC version. Yeah, so this game it reminds me of like almost a fighting game, but it's actually a side-scrolling RPG. So you got fighting action as if you were in a fighting game, like let's say Street Fighter 2, kind of with that kind of like those kind of graphics and animation. But the gameplay and like the storyline is that of an RPG. I'm gonna say I didn't like this one.
Kind of has a Zelda name, Sword of the Vagrant. So you didn't like it?
Yeah, it was not good. Not fun. Like I said, really simplistic. That's a good word for it. I don't know. It just wasn't nothing really different. Yeah, whack. I give it a 1.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, not even worth it. Not even worth it. And it wasn't really received that well. I mean, it's got solid graphics and the gameplay is okay. It's just, there's really nothing there. Mostly graphics, but, you know, it's just not very good. You just can't sit there and it's not one of those games you can sit and just play, you know?
Right.
I would advise against that one, folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, looking at it, it's got the cartoony style graphics, like almost like manga graphics. Is that pretty accurate?
Yeah.
You should have played the show.
I probably will do a review on that bad boy. It looks pretty cool, this show.
Yeah, the show's good shit. I've been playing 22.
Oh, 22, okay, so that's pretty fun.
It's fun. What I'm a little pissed about, and I think it's kind of one of my things I hate about gaming these days. Again, I'm not a huge gamer, but now the show 22, I've got a created character on Road to the Show. You know, I'm trying to beat the home run record. I think I just hit 400 home runs in my lifetime. But now, since it's 22, they don't have the server for that anymore. I can't upgrade him anymore, which, you know, you had to earn XP points to go online to upgrade to new shit. I can't do that because now they've moved on to another one. So he's already pretty stacked out. I think he's like an 89 total, so he can still hit bombs, but that's kind of whack. You have to do so much online shit with that. I wonder if that's the same. And you can't upgrade them to the show 23 or 24. You have to play it within that year. So
Hmm.
kind of bullshit on that. I'm not a fan of that.
So, what rating would you give the show 22?
Show 22. Oh man. When it first came out, when you could actually go online and do all that shit, I would totally give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's that good of a baseball game. Now, if you're just playing season and you want to create your characters and play like a career with a team or however you want to do it, I think you can still do that. Gameplay is excellent, fun, easy to learn, really good graphics, pretty good sound. So yeah, I like that. I'd totally give it a 4.5. I would drop it down to a 3.5 if you're looking at using all the features, because you have to do some online shit on there. You get XP point that you spend online in their online shop, but you really can't do anything. It'll tell you the servers are not there anymore. And if you want to download current rosters or update your rosters, you can't do that because they don't have that support anymore. So still good for what it is, but you know, if you're really going to get into like the show, you kind of have to stay with it every year, unless they're going to keep the servers up for the old ones, and you know they're not going to because they want your money.
Ah. I got that fun, honey.
Did you get the show 24, or are you just thinking about it right now?
I was thinking about it when I was going to review 2K24 NBA. I was like, should I do the show or should I do
I think you'd like it.
fucking what you call it? But the show 24 is like 59, 84.99, 99.99 for the digital deluxe. So MLB the show 24 regular is 59. MLB the show 24 MVP edition is 84.99. And the show digital deluxe edition is $99.99. So I don't know. I don't know. Might just get the regular one. We'll see what up with that, man. What up with that? And then there's a Paper Mario that's coming out.
Paper Mario.
Paper Mario. It's a new Mario. Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. So that's also 59. I don't think it's out yet. Releases on the 23rd, actually. So that's a crazy looking one. It's looking like some kind of Japanimation Mario kind of deal. So stay tuned, folks. Oh, we got US. Did you watch any UFL this weekend?
I tuned in a little bit. I always try to kept some Birmingham. I got to watch a little bit of that.
Like we had an upset.
Yeah, Birmingham's still undefeated.
Yeah, but the Defenders beat the fucking Brahmas, which were like 4-1, I think.
We did have that upset, and guess who picked them?
Yeah, I knew it. I think I picked the Defenders.
You were the Brahmas with me. Whis picked.
Dang.
Yeah, it goes. Whis picked. You and I had the same picks last week. We were good. We should have. The Brahmas were a good pick. Unfortunately, they weren't good this week. You and I were both 3-4. And as much as it pains me to say it, Whis was also 3-4. He had the Roughnecks upsetting the Battlehawks. Did not catch that upset, but he did get the Defenders upsetting the Brahmas.
Son of a bee.
I know, bastard. Did you catch some games this week? Anything that you saw that you liked? Or
I saw the Defenders upset, and I think I watched the Panthers because that was Arlington and the Panthers.
Yeah, Arlington and the Panthers. That's a good game.
And and the Brahmas and the Defenders and the Battlehawks and the the Roughnecks?
Yeah, Battlehawks and the Roughnecks. Yeah, Battlehawks. Smoke them. Battlehawks in Birmingham is going to be a good game this week. I think that's going to catch some views, man. I'd actually thought about seeing if the kids want to go down there and stuff, but I think it's going to be crazy busy.
It probably will with old AJ coming back, man. I bet it'll be pretty popping in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to see one though, man. I think we need to do that. If not this weekend, they're Saturday, May 18th, next Saturday. They got the Roughnecks in Beham at 7 p.m. We might need to go check that out.
Oh yeah, the Roughnecks.
Baby says I'm a roughneck in bed, y'all. She loves my beer snake.
Oh. That's painful.
We gotta have a talk.
Whoa, let's get into some picks.
Down.
Oh, man, what games we got. It's going to be happening on this coming Saturday, May 11th, and Sunday, May the 12th. Saturday, we got first game, 12 p.m., Showboats and Renegades. Whew. What are you thinking on this one? These are two terrible teams.
Yeah, two terrible teams. I think I'm gonna go Showboats. Why not?
I want to go. Damn. I'm gonna go Showboats, I guess.
I'm going big game Bob and the Renegade.
All right, that's the 12 p.m. game, ESPN Plus. The 3 p.m. game was on Fox, and it's the Battlehawks and the Stallions.
This is a tough one on here because I feel like AJ is going to have a lot of momentum for the homecoming. I think the Bama people here want to see AJ upset the Stallions. So I normally am not going to do this, man, but I'm going to say the Battlehawks put a mark on the Stallion season.
Okay, I'm gonna go Stallions on this one, but
I'm going big ham Stallions, y'all.
Yeah.
right.
It pains me, but I think he's going to bring it.
You might be right. They could win it.
Yeah.
If anybody could do it, it would be the Battlehawks.
I think so too, and I think that so many people want to see him. I think it's going to be like a little bit of a homecoming. A bunch of Bama fans are posting on social media how they want to come. So, man, I love the Stallions, but if I'm just looking at straight picks, I think if they're going to be upset, I think this is the weekend to do it. I mean, they have home field advantage, but let's be realistic. It's the UFL. There's not tons of field advantage yet. Stadiums aren't packed out, but if they're packing it out, they're not doing it for the home team. They're doing it for the home player, and that's AJ McCarron.
Oh, AJ McCarron.
AJ McCarron.
All right, so we got Sunday, May the 12th, 11 p.m. game, ESPN Plus. Michigan Panthers, DC Defenders.
I like the Panthers on that one.
I'm going to go Defenders for the upset.
I'm going to go to fucking shit. I'm going to go the Panthers on this guy. Line, I can't trust you.
Yeah, what?
Good analysis.
2 p.m. game, ESPN Plus as well. The Brahmas Roughnecks. What are you thinking on this one?
Whew, Brahmas let me down last week. I don't even know if I've ever picked the Roughnecks, really. Man, they are. Yeah. I'm going to go Brahmas.
Yeah, me too. I think they come back.
I do too.
You know what baby calls me, y'all? I'm going with the Roughnecks. For the upset.
All right. So those are your UFL picks for this coming weekend, guys. Bet some money. Bet some money. Give me my money.
All season, I'm going back on pick'ems. And our best friend, Whis Creever, every time he's picked the Roughnecks, they've lost. So,
Well,
I admire the effort there, though. I admire the continuation of him being called a roughneck, because I just went back on my books, and every time I put a scratch through it. Week 7, man, that season is, as all football seasons tend to do, go by fast. But it's been a good one. I feel like I've watched a lot. You and I, off the books, we'll talk about maybe trying to get together for next week's show. I think my daughter has a dance next week on the 18th, but hopefully that's during the day. If it is, maybe we can head down there and watch that ball game.
Hell yeah, man. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be... yeah, I think this week I'd love to go see the Battlehawks and AJ McCarron. I don't know. I thought about taking the kids. I don't know if they'd want to go and see it, though, and I feel like it's going to be packed.
Yeah.
But that's what they want, man. That's good. I'm glad for the UFL. I think that was a smart decision. I saw the ratings were looking really solid. So I hope it sticks around. It's been fun to have this spring football.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Man. So got a new week upon us, man. More
Yeah.
work and all of that shit.
Yeah, lots of work, lots of. I'm trying to just grind these next 3 full weeks out. I didn't even realize too the weeks that trip. I think it's Memorial Day, so I'll be off that Monday. Then got a nice Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. So man, that's 2 weeks of a 2-day work week and a 3-day work week at the end of the month to kick off the actual June. So I am looking forward to that. So grinding for 3 weeks. Yeah,
Wait,
we
when
probably
is Memorial Day?
isn't it the it's the 27th, right?
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, you. I imagine you're off for that as well, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see.
can't. Yeah, the 27th. I can never keep up with all the holidays and things like that. So yeah, I'm off that day. I didn't even realize that when I took that. Man, if I actually would have thought about it, I'd just take the rest of the damn week off and like 10 days off in a row. Shit, maybe I'll go back and do that.
Hell yeah, you got that PTO time.
Yeah, that's a good thing about starting a job kind of early in the year, and then you got training and things like that. By the time you're halfway through, you haven't used any of your PTO. So, yeah, maybe we'll think about that. I probably won't be doing too much those 2 days, anyways.
Yeah, she's not my boss, but they're doing some kind of stupid cross-region visits. So the boss from the I don't know, she Midwest is coming to see me tomorrow, and they're making all kind of stupid changes at work, and it's pissing me off.
Ooh,
We'll see, man. I'm getting to the point I just don't give a fuck anymore. I was like, all right, well, y'all have fucking ruined it. So, whatever, dude. I really don't care. I don't
is
give a
she
fuck.
doing a ride along with you?
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. I mean, they were going to do this anyway, but they just, like, Friday made a bunch of changes, man, and it really sucks, to be honest with you. So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But
Yeah, it's
I,
time for
I
some real estate.
anticipated that fucking doing this shit sooner, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just really kind of disappointed with this shit now. But
You won't be looking for something new, will you?
that's a possibility, man. I just don't know where this is going now at this point because they're really being stupid about shit. So I don't know. I really don't know. I have actually been looking and just seeing what's out there just in case, not really being like, just with it, but I'm just kind of seeing what's going on out there. So in case, man, it's never, you should always be prepared and know what's going on just in case, especially with what I do, man. And with this buyout and them doing stupid shit, you know what I mean? So, you know, I knew it was going to happen at some point, but
Yeah, man. I mean, and that's almost everywhere now. I'm trying to get to that point in my life, man, where I don't have to. If I lose a job, man, I can go work at a gym for a little bit and just be okay. At least make ends meet and pay my notes and things like that. I don't want to be held captive into a job and stuff like that. I think that's what people do, and I'm not. I'm guilty of that too, man. You work your way up, but then your finances follow that, and if you lose it, man, then you screwed. And I don't want to be put in that position where I'm backed into having to take jobs to make money that I don't want to do. I'd rather just be, enjoying something. Shit, man, if I could work part time at Home Depot 2 or 3 days a week, chill and relax the rest of the time, shit, that's the good life to me.
yeah, that would definitely not be a bad deal.
No kidding, man. If they just paid a little more and stuff like that. You got to have some money somewhere, though.
That is true, my friend. That is true. So you got your meal prep ready or what?
Man, meal prep is fired this week. Got some barbecue chicken back on the menu. I got a bunch of diced up potatoes, as always. This is sounding familiar. You know what? I got some breakfast sausage for the morning though. Got some protein pancakes. Got some protein pre-mixed shakes already ready to go, and some eggs. So the breakfast, I'm trying to have more of a bigger breakfast than kind of a lighter lunch and then a lighter dinner because it makes it easier, man. My digestion and shit. When you get older, that shit, man.
Oh, my shit's fucked up. I wake up and shit like 4 times. I don't eat anything all day and then eat like fucking 2 fucking dinners. So if I'd had breakfast, dude, I'd be shitting throughout the whole day, man. That would suck.
Yeah, that is the bad part about it. That does happen. That happened today. I had to shit a lot. So, but it just to me, I sleep better if I don't eat heavy at night, and because I'm trying to just figure out what works best for me. But I don't like having a huge lunch because then I hit that afternoon lull a little harder. So kind of weird how all the meals affect people differently. For me, if I do eat a big breakfast, I actually get the energy and I feel pretty good waking up with that. Then lunch, kind of lighter lunch, feel pretty good. And then lighter dinner, kind of the same, feel pretty good. Only bad thing is, you got to poop a lot during the day. If I have a big lunch, though, man, then I want to chill in the afternoon. I get that 2, 3 o'clock, man, wanting to take a doze.
I love pooping, y'all.
Hell yeah.
I love pooping with baby, y'all.
Oh,
Ah,
God, he took it too far.
I'm like, you never know what you do for these.
Ugh, I ain't doing that shit. Literally.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
You got your meal prep ready this week, Grant Mills.
Meal prep. Yeah, right.
Get down. You know you want to. Yeah, why not?
Go buy a bunch of fucking Tupperware and like slice up fish and broccoli.
Hey, that's what you got to do.
I should do that.
He's driving away. Get him.
Winding down the show tonight, folks. It's been great chilling with you and all of yours. Jay Wiggy, you have any words of wisdom or anything you want to talk about before we get on here?
Man, you know what? I've got a whole list that I've printed out, but some of these are not that great. But I like this one. Okay, stay awesome. If you can't stay, call an Uber.
Whoa! What about you, Whis?
I'm like, hey.
Hell yeah, good job.
Yeah, right. All right, see ya. Yeah, what it do? Well, hit the follow button, y'all, the subscribe button. We're glad to have another Monday night with you all out there. I want you to do me a favor and have a great weekend. We'll be back here next Monday night, 9:30 in the Dirty Central Time. Every Monday night. You know that. You love it. We love it. We'll see you next time, folks. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you then.
Rowdy, get in
Dream shit.